Hi crafty creators! So today I am going to show you how I will make a mask. I got these from Target. They're just real simple little $4 masks. There's a gray one and a black one. So I work in an elementary school and we have to wear masks when we go to school. If I'm like sitting at my desk and nobody's around, I don't have to wear it, but when I'm walking around or when there's a lot of people in the room, we need to put the masks on if we can't maintain 6 feet distance. So yeah, I'm going to make a mask with our school mascot. So come along. Okay, so first I need to get the image that I'm going to use. I went ahead and went to Google and just typed in the school name and the mascot. And so I've tried to use these before, but they're so tiny that it gets all pixelated and real gross and doesn't work out well. So I chose this one, and then I just save image as, and I already have it saved on my computer. So then I can go back to my Cricut, and we're going to click on this upload button. As you can see, I already started to do it here. And I was like, oh, let's make a video. So you click on upload and then browse, and it'll take you to all your photos, and you choose the one that you need. And then, so this one, simple, is going to make it just simple colors. It's not going to be very detailed. You see how that changed there. And then the moderately complex is going to add in a little bit more color, and the complex is going to have all the color. I just go with simple. We don't need the complex one. Okay, and once we get in here, I'm going to zoom in, and you'll want to, so this one you press and it erases a large area. This one is a little eraser, and you can use it just for like smaller areas. But right now we're going to use this one and get all of this yellow out. And then I like to use the preview because it's going to show me what is going to stay here. So if I press preview, you can see that some of the lines in here were not very detailed, like we didn't get in there very close. So I'm going to hide the preview and zoom in even closer. Okay, and when you zoom in even closer, you can see there's like some yellow in here. So we're just going to click those and try to get those out of here. Okay, and then I'll zoom back out and get rid of the rest of the area that I don't need. So I'm using the eraser. I'm going to go a little bit bigger so I can erase more at once. Okay, so then when we go preview, this is the image that it would be cutting. So I already had this one on my Cricut, so I'm going to go a little bit further, and I want to get rid of the blue because I'd like to cut the yellow as well. So my first image is going to be the blue color, and my second is going to be the yellow. So I'm going to zoom back in, and you would have saved this at this point, but I already have it saved. So I'm going to remove the blue. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and just clean up with the eraser and make sure everything is nice and straight. Don't need these letters. Make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Oops. Okay, that's as far as we can go. So we see the preview, and we can see there are some areas we can clean up here and going into here and over here. So go back out of the preview and use this to just try and get in all those areas. Get it as clean as possible. Now for these areas that I cannot get very clean and straight, that is when I would just save it and then go into the design space, and you can use the slice feature to help clean it up even more. So if you're not sure what that means or what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch the slice, oopsies. Go ahead and watch the slice feature video, and that will give you more understanding. Okay, let's peek at that. I think that's looking a lot better there. So we're going to, let's see if I can't get rid of this blue here. And now this one, so it's not a very thick line in there, so I would likely go in with the slice feature and clean it up after I've already saved this. That way we just get some definition here, have some blue showing through when we iron it on. This can be very time consuming and tedious, but every time I've done it, it's always been worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and keep cleaning that up, and then we'll be back to save it. Okay, so now we're just going to save it. Let's zoom out and make sure we got all the edges cleaned up. Okay, so now this is the only part that it's going to keep. It's going to get rid of all this other space. Continue. Warriors. I'm just going to put 2 because I saved my last one as warrior. Okay, so now we have this, and then the piece that goes over it. So we'll go ahead and click this and insert it into our design space. And I'm just going to make it really big for now so that it's easier to work with. And then we'll size it down to the proper size once we get everything figured out. So as you saw, this is going to be blue. So we'll go ahead and make it blue. And then we're going to go back to our upload and choose the other portion. Okay. And we'll make it bigger. Let's see, it's got to go kind of over here. And with this, a lot of times I would go back and just view it here to see, okay, we need to bring it up here more and into there. Okay, and then it kind of meets at the bottom. So we're a little off on our design here. We can fix that. And this is just kind of like guess and check, manipulating and trying to figure out where you want it, where you like it best. So I think that's probably going to look good. And that'll be yellow. Okay, now see, I missed this part right here, so I don't have to redo everything. I can just go in here, make this circle a little bit smaller and put it over it. Select that. Control Command, select that. So now these 2 are selected and I can slice. Okay, and then we're able to just delete these 2 and I'm left without that little piece there. Okay, so now we want to get the little, I don't even know what you call those, the little wing things right there. So we're going to go back in, and this one said PTA, and I don't want it to say PTA because I'm not part of the PTA. So on this one, I am going to use the other image and just simple. And then we'll go into grab these little pieces here. See, this one is very, very pixelated, but that's okay. We're just going to use it for this these white pieces. So I'll get rid of everything else around it. And then we're going to end up going into there and cleaning these up really well. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. Now, sometimes when it is on an outer side like this and the lines are not running through the middle, it's just easier to take this eraser and just go right up against it and erase. It's less time consuming. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save that. And we're going to go with Warrior, oops, ay, 3. Okay, so now we've got these. We're going to take it in here, and it will end up coming up right along here. Okay, so I want to clean these up a little bit. They're kind of like wiggly, and I don't want it like that. So we're going to take it on over here, and for this one, I'm going to use a circle, and I'm just going to make it kind of a point here and slice that, and then we'll get rid of these little wobbly edges here to make it nice. So now I'm just going to keep going through this and straighten up all the edges and make everything look nice and smooth and straight. I also would like to clean up this one, so I'm going to do that with a triangle. We're going to turn it so that the point goes right into there. Sorry. So the point goes right into there. And then we're going to make it a little skinnier. Try to get this right in there so it's nice and lined up. There we go. And we will select both and slice. Remove our excess. And now that one's all lined up. So this is going to be white. Okay, and then we will make it a little smaller. And I'm just going to go back to the Google and check out the font, see what type of font it kind of looked like. So it says Warriors, the W is bigger and everything is smaller. Okay, so let's go in here. We're going to choose a font that I think might look good. Maybe like this. W. A-R-R-I-O-R. And then an S. Okay, so what I'm going to do is make sure these are the same. Height is 2. Let's just make it 2 even to make it easy. So we'll make height 2. Okay, and now we're going to take all 3 of these. So highlight the S, the Warrior, and the W, and we are going to align them to each other at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to go to attach them. Okay, and I want this. Here, let's do this in the blue. I'd like it to be centered with each other. Here, let's undo that. Okay, there we go. We're going to attach this real quick, and then we're going to center it. And now we can detach this and change our colors back. So that way it was a little bit easier than having to move multiple things multiple times. Okay, so My mask will look like this. I think I'm going to do the warriors in white, and it'll be on a black mask, so just so you can see what that'll look like. We'll send this to the back. Ooh, we gotta send it all the way to the back. There we go. And we'll make this black. And that is what it will look like on the mask. Okay, so now we're ready to cut. Okay, so here is the finished product. Modmore Wood Warriors. I like the way it turned out, but I think next time we'll go a little bit smaller. But for now, this is cute. It's good. These masks are really big, so I'm having to like twist these to make it actually fit me. So that's why like it bunches all weird. I'm probably just gonna go and shorten these elastic straps because whew, way too big. But that is how I make a mask, a little custom mask. And so these ones at Target, just a warning if you get them from Target, up here, I thought it was wire, but when I was using the iron on it, it started to pull together and shrink like it was elastic, because the elastic has like the rubber stuff in it. So when you heat that rubber stuff up, it will shrink up and stuff. So I'm thinking this is actually was like an elastic, maybe with some wire braided into the elastic. I'm not sure, but it did shrivel up right there, which it probably won't be as big of a deal when I tighten this. But for right now, it looks kind of funny. It's just like, but it does create like a nice little pocket for me to breathe in. So, and it looks cute. But I'll probably make another one and just do it a tiny bit smaller. I think I did it just a tad bit too large. Okay, thanks for hanging out and making a mask with me. That is how you use the Cricut upload feature. And we had some slicing in there and all that kind of stuff. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you subscribe so you can see all of my crafty creations and DIYs.